Hello there, my stitchy friends. I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. Today is Midlife Monday, but for you, it's Twinchie Tuesday. I don't always do Twinchies on Tuesday. Sometimes I do Twinchies just whenever I feel like it. I have a bunch of linen left over from projects that I've done where I did my project and then I cut off the edges, you know, and now I have 2-inch strips that are left. This one is not actually a 2-inch square. This one I think is a 1 inch by, I could just measure it and tell you what it is. It's 2 1/8 by 1 3/8. Yes, I like those 1/8 measurements. Oh, I I watched this lady wonky stitching with Carol, and she really likes the wonky stitches. Um, me, not so much. I'm trying to embrace the wonky, but sometimes I just really enjoy the precision. And I decided that if that's my thing, I could totally embrace that. What do you think? I think you should do whatever makes you happy. If you like wonky stitching, you should do wonky stitching. And if you're like me and a little obsessive about being neat and tidy with with your stitching, then I think you should just go for it. I'm doing a feather stitch, and when I end off, I only have one layer of fabric, so I can't go through the fabric to end off. I'm going through my stitches in the back to end off. And I do love when the little stitches in the back look really uniform like that. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. And I'm using DMC threads, and I'll show you in a minute just what I'm using. Let's do a little different. Let's do a knotted feather stitch, just for the heck of it, because why not? Um, I'm intending for this to, let's go this direction. I don't know why. I'm intending for this to look a bit like, oh, that's a twisted, looks like a twisted chain stitch. Try it this way and see what happens. I'm intending for this to look a bit like seaweed. Of course, I put photos at the beginning of all my videos now so that you can see what I'm doing before I get started. That was a suggestion by one of my subscribers. And I should say that if you have a suggestion for me, or something you'd like to see, or, something like that, let me know in the comments. I get the most lovely comments on my videos. Okay, that was, here now I have, that was 3 strands. Now I have 6 strands. I don't know if this is going to work out or not. Because, I'm making a starfish. And sometimes I try to just wing it. I imagine a little person with the body, and those are the legs. And then I put in the arms, like that. Or like a peace sign, if you're old enough. I think most of my viewers are old enough to remember peace signs. When rock and roll was awesome. All right, so I have that in. And then this one's not really long enough, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Now I'm going to do a um a whipped wheel. That's what this is called. And we don't want to go underneath that. Just under 2 of those little spokes with the eye end of the needle so that we don't get, so we're not picking up the fabric. We're going through threads. You have to be careful when you're trying to move the elbow. This is what I call the elbow, where it bends. And when you're using the eye end of your needle, it can sometimes go a little wonky. And if you know me, I don't really like the wonky. Of course, I just talked about that. I'm going to try today to do a 20-minute Twinchie. A Twinchie Tuesday in 20 minutes. I'm liking the way this is turning out. Kind of cute, isn't it? Whoop, wrong needle. I mentioned in a video the other day something about my mess and then realized that you can't see it. So maybe I shouldn't mention anything about the mess that is my desk. One day, maybe I'll show you my threads. Excuse me, my threads. My DMC threads are rather organized. Oh, my friend would say, perhaps you're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Okay, I think oh yeah, I'm liking this. You'll notice I'm only doing one at a time because I think I'm close to being done with this. And I just kind of feel like doing one at a time. I don't know if starfish have little sort of knobby things at the end. I think there are many different types of starfish. Some just have long thingies, and some are more like this where their legs are connected. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's just the ones that I've seen in art. I think that's good enough. Let's go to the back and end off this thread. And then sometimes when I edit my videos, I watch the whole thing, pay attention to the background noises, and try to edit it out, but sometimes I don't. All right, that's a cute little thing. And this is going to go on the back like that. That, I think, will make it 2 inches. Maybe it goes on this side. Yes. Okay. And then, I'm, every time I do a twisted chain stitch, I always say, looks like a little fish, doesn't it? So let's make little goldfish. Oh, yes. There we go. Then let's give him a little. Oh, this might ruin him, but I don't care. I can undo it, I guess. Oh, does that ruin it? I don't think so. I think it's cute. I think he's cute. Okay. I'm at 15 minutes, so I still have another 5 minutes. I want to put in some little pearl beads. And I don't always do those on camera, but I think because I have time, I think I will. But I don't have a needle threaded. So, be back. Okay. 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 Let's put some, give this little guy some bubbles. I have, by the way, a number 10 milliner's needle. And these little beads are, I think they're size 11. These are my favorite little seed beads. And I'm going to go up and go through this bead one more time. And I think I'm just going to do 3 either 3 or 5, just because. Oh well. See, I have a tangle, and if you don't fix it, it can easily become a knot. We don't want that. I don't normally do beads on camera because they're fiddly. Fiddly, fiddly. And sometimes I like to go through them twice. Not always, but sometimes. Let's do one more up here. Also because sometimes when I stick the needle in there to get one, it doesn't always come back with a bead. So, you know. Alrighty. Now, let's make a couple of, oh, look what I did. I went through that knot. Let's just knot this off in the knot. Not in the knot. Yes, in the knot. All right, and then let's, just because, cut off the knot. All right. Oh, I wanted to show you the colors because if I don't, someone will ask and I won't remember. Okay, I have this lovely turquoise 3808 is a beautiful turquoise color. That's the one that we did the knotted feather stitch. Then I have 367. This is a lovely green there. And then there goes Mitzi. And then 734, that's the baby poo green. Then 352, that's a little starfish. 921, that is the goldfish. And there's all my little, and I keep them on, these things are called thread drops, and they have a number that corresponds to the column on this Excel grid that I got from Etsy. And if you're interested, I can tell you where I got that. But let's put this on. What do we think? I think that's gonna look good. And then I'm just gonna go do random stitches. And they might show. And I don't know if I care. Do I care? Nah. Let's see. Let's go here. And tack that down right there. If I'm gonna do this on camera, at least the least I could do is stay on camera, right? All right, let's go here. And then here. Let's see what it looks like. Cool. Can't really see it too well, that's fine. Really need to see it too well. And maybe I should have done some seed stitches. I don't know if that really goes with this though, but oh, I have no idea what I'm going to use this in. These are just interesting little things that I make to, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll do a video where I watched Rachel from Roxy Creations. I watched her the other day do little snippets, and all she did is she did some, I don't know where to go next. She took a bunch of pieces of fabric, like she's using up her stash, or trying to anyways. She just took fabrics and collaged them into little tiny pieces, which is probably what I'll do with these. But I want to have a few, because this would be like a like a focal point or something. Anyway, that's pretty cute. I found one here. This is not a Twinchie, this is an Inchy. And I did this, and then I put it just on top of one little piece of fabric, and then I put it on a little envelope that is a paper clip, a hidden, it's not a hidden paper clip, it's just a little paper clip. So that's what I do with them sometimes too. And maybe we'll do some inchies. Oh, I can't help but pick at the sides. Why? I don't know why. Okay, yeah, that's my video for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.